My first approximately 72-hour fast wasn't for health. It wasn't to lose weight. In fact, I didn't even know what fasting could do to the human body. It was 1986. I was a paratrooper sergeant attending the 3-week Recondo Course at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. During the final phase, we participated in a continuous patrol lasting approximately 72 hours with only water and no food. At the time, this had absolutely nothing to do with health. We were training under physical and mental stress, experiencing what it was like to go without food and still stay focused, keep moving, and do our jobs as soldiers under the kinds of difficult conditions we could potentially face in combat. At the time, I didn't even think of it as fasting. It was simply part of the training. I had no idea that more than 30 years later, I would deliberately return to fasting, but for a completely different reason. Fast forward more than 30 years. In 2018, during my first few months as a flight attendant, I was dealing with significant inflammation and problems in both shoulders. Even putting my own luggage into an aircraft overhead bin had become a chore. A VA doctor was suggesting surgery. I declined it at that time and began researching nutrition, fasting, metabolic health, and lifestyle changes. I didn't jump in all at once. I began gradually with intermittent fasting. My work as a flight attendant created an unusual routine. During many 3-day trips lasting approximately 50 to 60 hours, while other crew members arrived with their food bags, I often didn't bring one at all. There were trips when I ate only once or twice. Over time, my shoulder inflammation and symptoms went away. Was fasting responsible? I can't scientifically say that, but the experience made me want to understand what was actually happening inside my body. So what does science actually tell us about fasting? Let's look at what is supported by human evidence versus animal research. Intermittent fasting, or time-restricted eating, changes when a person eats rather than automatically prescribing what they eat. In my own case, I started gradually with intermittent fasting before experimenting with longer fasting periods. Human evidence shows it may help with weight management, insulin sensitivity, and certain metabolic markers. But remember, when you eat matters, but so does what you eat. Fasting doesn't cancel out poor nutrition. Intermittent fasting isn't necessarily superior to other healthy nutritional approaches when calories are comparable. You don't have to fast for 72 hours to begin practicing time-restricted eating. Then there is metabolic switching. After we stop eating, the body gradually shifts from relying heavily on glucose towards stored energy. Insulin decreases, stored glycogen is used, and the body mobilizes stored fat. Autophagy is a natural cellular recycling and maintenance process. Fasting and nutrient deprivation influence biological pathways associated with autophagy, a process through which cells break down and recycle certain damaged or unnecessary components. However, there is no scientifically proven universal hour when autophagy suddenly switches on in every human. Much of our detailed understanding comes from animal, cellular, and mechanistic research. Human research continues to develop. Prolonged fasting can create deeper metabolic changes like ketosis. But longer does not automatically mean healthier, and evidence supporting it for longevity in humans is less established than social media claims suggest. Prolonged fasting is not for everyone. Potential risks include dehydration, electrolyte imbalance, dizziness, or hypoglycemia in susceptible individuals. It's not a challenge to be taken lightly. People who are pregnant, have medical conditions, eating disorders, or take certain medications should seek professional medical guidance. Do not attempt a 72-hour fast simply because I experienced one. My first 72-hour fast happened on that military patrol in 1986. I didn't choose it for health, and I didn't understand the biology behind it. More than 30 years later, fasting became something completely different for me. Living longer is one thing. Staying healthier, stronger, and independent for more of those years, that's what Healthspan is really about. The lesson is to make informed decisions based on evidence, not hype. We're going to explore metabolic health, one subject at a time. I'm Carlo, and this is the Healthspan series.